The girlies are fighting. And they fighting hard. So if y'all didn't know, today's video is gonna be about, it's gonna be about the women fighting. And I know it's probably gonna be some dude that's watching this shit like, yeah, bitches don't even get along with each other. Please do not engage them, man. This is a conversation strictly for the bitches. And I need y'all to understand that when I have this conversation, I'm coming from a place of the hater and the fucking supporter. Because I used to not like you hoes, like, at all. Okay? And I used to say, like, oh, it's because y'all full of drama and shit like that. And part of that was true on a certain scale. I was just around the wrong bitches. And the way I categorize the girlies, it's giving mean girl on the low. So before I even begin or even like get into it too tough, I'm bipolar, just so y'all know. Extremely bipolar. It's giving I beat your ass for real. It's giving you don't know me like that. It's giving hi, how are you doing today? It's seasonal, so yeah. We gonna be on my schedule and what I feel like doing from now on my YouTube channel. First off, I didn't monetize my channel, and if y'all fuck with me, y'all gotta fuck with the girl mental health. And between being bipolar and having 3 other jobs outside of my main job that brings in the funds, and this being one of them, and me actually being more into and excited about my other shit, because I feel like y'all hoes don't support me out loud, and if y'all do, y'all doing it silently, and then y'all letting the niggas eat my ass up. And I don't know about y'all, but I refuse to have a nigga whose whole ideology of a good woman and a strong woman is a woman who does not challenge him nor question him, be in my comments and on my page talking about some, that's what's wrong with you hoes, and this is that and the third, and the girlie's not coming here for me. Because it's one thing to take on a nigga, but to take on multiple niggas in the comments, or me have a valid point, and because I said something about y'all being single moms or something that I did not agree with, or some of the things that y'all do that I don't do, y'all don't want to fuck with me. And that's okay, because I'm not a daredevil, so I'm not jumping off buildings, but I'm not shaming or shunning or not supporting the girlies that's jumping off buildings. I'm just letting the bitches who jump off buildings know, like, it's Tasha over there doing that shit immaculately. So go fuck with Tasha. I ain't gonna, it ain't my speed, but I ain't finna dump on Tasha and be like, oh, well, fuck Tasha. Tasha thinks she the shit. So this is gonna be for the girlies. Please do not let these niggas get in the comments and start eating my ass up. If you will pick me and you just gotta do it, I get it. But if you not a pick me and you fuck with me and some of the shit I'm saying, just be like, right on, I agree with you. Like, comment, say some shit. Because I don't know about y'all, but I really enjoy making content for my OnlyFans. Not just because the tips are nice. In private and publicly. But I genuinely enjoy making content for my shit. You know what I'm saying? And between that, the podcast, and working 12 hours a day at my job and coming home and just knocking the fuck out, it's like coming to YouTube is kind of hard, because a lot of motherfuckers say, oh, it's just getting online and creating a video. But when you have motherfuckers that's watching your shit privately, not commenting, not liking, just it's like, all right, cool. And then the people who are commenting and the people who are disliking or liking the video is a bunch of men, and I do it for the bitches. And y'all hoes is so, oh, she thinks she the shit or she this. Nah, honey, I think all y'all bitches the shit. I may think I'm the baddest bitch on the block, but I also think that you the baddest bitch on the block too. So Yeah, we gonna see how this shit go, cause I'm pretty sure that if I say some shit over here that the niggas don't like, the girlies probably gonna be, that's her problem. And I could get it if you would pick me and your mind ain't right yet, and you can argue with your mom about mindsets, cause everybody has one. Um, it's just looking like no. Yeah, your girl is washing clothes today. Mind yours. So let's begin, cause I don't want nobody saying I'm doing coke. Hurrah. But the girlies are fighting, and it's just something that I can't get into because I've been trying to figure out, why are the girlies fighting? Like, what is the real beef, and why are we fighting? And to me, I have yet to find out a good enough reason of why we're fighting or why we're going back and forth. So I want to start off first with this shit on the internet. So as somebody who does social media and a podcast and actually listen to certain things, I see the girlies fighting about a lot of shit. And the first thing that I want to talk about us fighting about is men. Please stop fighting over these niggas. Please stop. It embarrasses me when I find out that girlies are fighting over men. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like when I see like these beautiful, strong women fighting over niggas who, if they found out that if they found out that you was cheating on them, would probably, like, one will probably leave and the other one will probably treat you like shit and have y'all on y'all knees, not at y'all best. It really got me fucked up. And I get it, some of these bitches be shiesty and snakes, but these are the pick me bitches, and y'all don't have the same amount of grace that y'all get to these niggas when they be fucking up that y'all do to the girlies who are pick me's. Because as a former pick me, as a former pick me, just so y'all know, them edibles kicking my ass yesterday. So if y'all didn't see this video, watch the video from yesterday. It's about 40 minutes. Yeah, it kicked in, I want to say, about hour and a half later. Not my last the fuck out. I don't know about y'all, but I slept great. But yeah, I've been noticing that the girlies have been having pick me energy, that y'all be so quick to dismiss them. And my whole thing is, I don't argue with the bitches who are pick me's online. And I know y'all like, what? Why don't you argue with them? Because I'm not. The girls who are pick me's, or the girlies who are pick me's, really believe in their mind and their heart of hearts that they have to be this certain type of way, quiet, submissive, and their partner won't do anything. The girlies who have been all those things, we know the truth and we know the tea. It is not our job to force feed it down somebody's throat about how we think or how we feel. And here's my whole thing. I don't like the fact that y'all argue with them bitches. Let them hoes learn the hard way, okay? It's a bitch that was on there who was on there online talking about some sex magic and how she did an obsession spell to make this man stay, and how he still didn't stay, and how it's a lie, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I genuinely, honestly, truly want to say in my heart of hearts, that's pick me behavior. Yeah, it's giving pick me behavior. As somebody who is into spirituality and actually is into the fucking crafts for real, y'all are literally fucking with people's free will and y'all taking on their karma. I no longer argue with the girlies and tell them what they can and cannot do, but I do watch them struggle to get out of that shit. To me, it is hilarious. Only because these are the lessons that need to be learned. And when I was a pick-me, I used to think that I was so fucking right. I used to be like, a bitch can't tell me shit. Like, I know how to be a good girlfriend, y'all. I was the best girlfriend ever. And I used to be like, it could never be me, until I was never in hard as fuck. And when you start to never hard as fuck, you learn how to shut the fuck up. And you learn how to mind your fucking business. I know a lot of people are going to tell you like, oh, well, it could never be me. Until they ass start nevering, they will be that arrogant ass bitch. So let the pick-me's come online and say what they want to say. Don't stitch their videos. Don't say anything. Don't even give them the time of day. Literally, start making content against it. So therefore, the pick-me girlies can have them as a leader, And then the girlies who know better and who have actually dated and have real life experience can come and give them advice. Because I'm telling y'all, when I got out of my pick me set phase, bitches was ready to clown me and joan me, talking about something, oh, you thought you was so cute. Now look at your cute ass. And it's nothing fun about that statement, because if I'm being completely honest, oh, look at your cute ass felt really degrading, because it felt like girlies was getting mad at me because I didn't know that niggas was trash. Like, mind you, I was in my pick me phase between, I want to say, I started dating when I was 14 to what, 18, 19, 20. And literally, so that's 6 years of being a fucking pick me. And being a pick me does not start like when you get to the world, it starts at home. And I can truly say that I was raised to be a pick me, because I was raised in a Christian household, and y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say, but Christian households breeds a lot of pick-me's. And if y'all don't know what a pick-me is a woman who goes out there with the entitlement and the ideology that because she's this quiet, kept woman who doesn't do things like other girls do, that she's better than everybody else. And in reality, I was just a regular, schmegular, degular ass girl who was fucking raised wrong in the fucking end. Because if I be completely and utterly fucking honest, I was raised wrong. Like, I can admit that. And I know that a lot of y'all have a hard time saying, I should say 11:11. Let me make a wish. I should. So, y'all, this is what I got really quick before I continue. I got this from my local smoke shop. It's a black owned smoke shop, y'all. And so sad. What falling out will make you do with a bitch. Because I dead ass want to ask her, like, where's the smoke shop again? And where I'm at, if I say black owned smoke shops, they gon' not show the fuck up. Um, I know, I know, I know, I know. It's me. It's me. It's me. Um, but no, just like I used to be a pick me, and coming out from like the pick me side of things, like it's hard. Everybody often thinks that like you're just this awful mean person who just hates the girlies. But no, I was taught to not like other girlies and like keep my hand on the swivel when it came down to you hoes, and to watch out for my man, and to think that my man was just like the sin of the earth. In reality, he wasn't even worth a goddamn. Like, mind you, I was in a relationship with a dude for about, I'm not even gonna say, it's just embarrassing, okay? I think I tell y'all this story all the time where I dated like multiple cheaters and shit like that, and honestly, it's not fun. It's not fun. I honestly feel like I exaggerated the years because they just been that fucking helliest. I don't forgot niggas' birthday. Like, being a pick me is traumatizing. And if y'all don't believe me, being a pick me is so traumatizing that if you are considered a pick me, it is considered like, to the world, you seem like this person who just doesn't give a fuck about other women and all this other things and shit like that. But just imagine growing up in a Christian household where they told you that you're supposed to be submissive, seen and not heard, and all that other shit. Like, that shit really plays like a really big part on your mental. And you can sit there and lie to yourself and be like, oh no, it doesn't play a big part in your mental. But just imagine growing up hearing that a good woman is a quiet woman, and a kept woman is this, is that, and the third. And then also hearing like how you gotta play dumb and all this other shit. So for me, bitch, I really thought I was killing the fucking game by playing dumb with these niggas and all this other shit. Bitch, oh no, it was me. I was the laughing stock. I was the joke, because these niggas wasn't joking with me. These niggas wasn't being friendly with me. These niggas was being direct and honest with me. These niggas was not holding back no punches. I remember I told a nigga how I felt. A nigga looked at me and said, I don't give a fuck how the fuck you feel, bitch. And literally, that was the end of the conversation. It wasn't no ifs, ands, buts about it. And you can say, oh, well, that's just how it's supposed to be. But no, it's not supposed to be that way. Honestly, that shit hurt. Like, bitches love to sit there and say, like, oh, when you're a pick me, it isn't painful and we just so happy. You're painfully fucking lonely because you have this impossible ass standard, and you're realizing that the same men who are telling you that they don't want these hoes are the same niggas that's going after these hoes. And the moment that you do anything that is slightly unladylike, whether it's raising your voice, having opinions, of having an opinion, standing up for yourself, even just being there, like just to say like, nah, I don't like that shit, is disrespectful to the man. And then once you realize that, then now you're branded as the problem and a whole bunch of, and that's just not fun. And then when you actually get out your pick me stage, now you actually learn how to love yourself, because you burn so many bridges and the bitches are fighting with you and against you, and nobody's actually saying what's wrong, and it's like, they'll find out, they'll find out, and not actually like creating content on how to get out of that phase. I feel like the girlies are really sitting here struggling with what it means to be a feminine woman. And to be a feminine woman, you just have to be a fucking woman, biological or fucking not. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain way. You don't even have to follow the fucking crowd in the trends, because most of the people following the crowd in the trends is following behind a bunch of niggas who don't know exactly what the fuck they want. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about men in general, because it's not just in the black community. Because I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, yes, this video is directed for the black women, but as a black woman who's dated outside of their race, and actually had really good and bad experiences, most of the time you will be a fucking fetish to their ass. And if you don't believe me, it doesn't happen until y'all have sex. And I know a lot of y'all are like, oh my gosh, I can never raise my body. How? That's pick me behavior. Have all the fun that you want to have. Make sure it's safe sex. That's all I'm going to say. Like, if you're out there and you're just raw dogging and slanging meat here, there, everywhere, you're doing shit wrong, okay? You should be literally, like, I have a roster of hoes. I'm not finna hold you. I have a roster of hoes. I'm currently redoing my roster now, so I don't need y'all to judge me, judge your mother. It's time for we in a new season. It's about to be winter. And the hoes will be hoeing. And if they're not hoeing, they will be getting the fuck up out of my way, because I'm not finna do that. Like, bro. And I know y'all like, what? Yes, so unladylike. I know. Boo fucking who. Like I said, the pygmies finna be in the comments eating my ass up, telling me that I'm unladylike because I have multiple partners. I'll be that. I don't give a fuck. It takes a lot more than that to make me care. But being completely honest, like, have all the fun that y'all want to have. Y'all out here fighting for y'all life. If you want to be conservative, be conservative. If you want to be a hoochie, be a hoochie. If you want to wear that outfit, wear it. And stop thinking about what others are going to say. Y'all be so into what the girlies going to say. Like, if I don't get my body done or doing this other shit. It's this one girl. You can tell, like, she was a big girl because she's naturally fit. And she had, like, naturally has, like, this Coke bottle shape. And I guess she's, like, 19. I'm not, like, she's about to go through her second puberty. I know it because, y'all, your girl used to be real skinny. And now I'm a size 13. Like, I used to barely fit in a size 7, y'all. And after second puberty hit, bitch, your girl gained big weight, okay? And it's nothing if you want to lose weight, gain weight, whatever. But if you're doing it because of society, or you're trying to get this BBL, I've been in the gym my whole entire life ass body, girl, everybody's not meant to be skinny, okay? Everybody's not meant to be that size 0. Everybody's not meant to be that size fucking 20. Like, embrace that shit. And if you're happy with where you're at, enjoy it. And stop fighting with other girlies about shit that does not matter. Y'all on the internet talking about oh, this bitch slept with my man, and y'all be ready to fight the other girl and be ready to go to jail over a bitch. Whole entire time, I've been cheated on directly in my fucking face. And y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say, but until y'all get cheated on in front of y'all face and y'all see the betrayal, y'all heart really does not break in real time. Because being completely honest, if I was to come out here and say, oh yeah, I've been cheated on, a lot of y'all would be looking at me like, okay, well, that's what you deserve. Like, that's what you get. Because at one point in time, I was a pick me. And then another point in my life, I wasn't a pick me. And at that point in time, when I wasn't a pick me, motherfuckers was like, oh, I deserve to get treated on because I'm a wild woman. Bitch, a wild woman? Are we in the wild, wild west? Are we in the pow motherfucking south? Like, no. Like, motherfuckers always have excuses of why I got mistreated. Whole entire time, bitches used to get mad at me because I would pay their ass dust. Like, mind you, I had 2 boyfriends cheat on me in real time. Like, real time. And these are the 2 loves of my life. Right? Like, deep down, like, there's always gonna be a part of me that loved them, even though the relationship went sour like expired milk. Love. Not for real. Like, they broke my heart, like, in real time. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people say, oh, if I was in the moment, if I was this, I was that. But you never know what you're gonna do until you get to the moment, and you never know your true discipline level until you get into the moment. Because oh boy, all night have been accusing me of cheating on him. Like, group chat, we trying to plan a trip to Orlando. I already know I wasn't gonna be able to go because my nigga was on it. On it. And that was in my pick me stage of my life. Okay. And y'all, I was like, my nigga gonna tell me no regardless. So, I'm just gonna be in a group chat, pretend like I'm finna go. But deep down, I'm not finna go because my nigga not finna let me. Because, like, as a good woman, like, I should be at the cribbo while he's out every weekend waiting, cooking, cleaning, doing all these things, being submissive, doing all these things. And he had accused me of cheating all night. Mind you, he literally went through my phone when I went to sleep, didn't find anything, got mad at me because he couldn't find anything, went to sleep peacefully, but was mad at me. Peacefully. Around 3 o'clock in the morning, literally, the phone started ringing. It was some bitch on his phone. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, I done told this story so many times, and I literally forget the name because it was like literally a bunch of bitches calling his phone. For me to tell the honest and true version, it was like 3 bitches calling this nigga phone. Like, mind you, this nigga picked up the phone in front of my face after he accused me of it, and I said, it's your phone. He literally got up, rolled out of bed, picked up his phone and said, I told you I want my girlfriend. I will call you back later. You should know your motherfucking place. And then began to glare on me and cry. Very traumatic. Traumatic, okay? Because first off, I had been accused of cheating all night. Cool. Secondly, after getting accused of being cheated on all fucking night, literally getting up to 3 o'clock in the morning where a nigga phone is going off and I'm still getting accused of cheating. Nigga done went through my phone and got mad at me. So you're already mad at me because I'm not cheating. And then you're telling me I need to get my hose. Mind you, it's your phone and you the first thing you say because I can hear you because we're in the same room. That's not even like, I don't even do dolls. Like, this nigga got this aggressive ass little mini fucking thingy chasing me around this fucking house and shit. Then you got these bitches, you talking about something, oh yeah, I'm with my girlfriend. Not anymore, you're not. Heart broke right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my girlfriend. I told you this. So that means this nigga, he literally admitted to snitching on me. And it just got to a point where it was fucking ridiculous. Like, a lot of people like to say, like, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. But you haven't never gotten cheated on in real life. And if you have, in real time, that shit hurts. And for the fact that old boy, like, to come, like, y'all, tears are running out my eyes. This man, literally, short as fuck, got on top of me, held me down. I ain't never seen this man, like, exert a muscle. Talking about some, baby, I love you, I would never cheat on you, da-da-da-da, whoop, yada, yada, yada. Mind you, that night, that nigga fucking was assaulting me in the fucking bedroom. And I'm not finna say how, but he was being extremely hard for no fucking reason at all. And fucking making me, like, bleed every fucking time. And yes, he has a monster, but before, when we used to it was never that hard and it was never that rough. So literally he been roughing me all night, bullying me all night, just to cheat on my face, just to cheat on me in my face. Mind you, I was a pick-me at this time, so I thought that shutting up and just being a team player would do it, would do it for him, but it does not. It does not. It will not. It was never enough. It didn't matter what the fuck I did. So once I got out of pick-me stage in my life, because I still went back to old boy. I know you're like, yeah, even after he gave me STDs and shit like that, I still went back. And that was the problem when I was a pygmy. And getting out of that phase was hard for me. And I had literally had to figure out what I liked as a woman. And I did not have the support system. Luckily, I had the men, like other men from like, cause I'm not gonna hold y'all. Once I became an adult and like out of college, high school and shit like that, I was like, bro, that's how I started living for me. And I realized that the streets be fun, you know what I mean? So learning how the streets work and shit like that, cause as a pick me, I was doing this shit completely wrong. Like as a pick me, I was drugs, rapes, all of that stuff. And I was so trained and so taught to be seen and not heard, to be the token girlfriend, to not put out people's business on Front Street. I've had pastors, religious leaders, and people look at me, and as a pick me, all I was just bait to these men because they knew I wasn't gonna say nothing. They knew I wasn't gonna speak up. They knew I wasn't gonna defend myself. They knew I wasn't gonna come up out of the woodworks and be like, "This is unfair." They knew that I was gonna be quiet. The men don't like me now because I don't sit there and I don't take their shit anymore. And you can sit there and say whatever the fuck you want to say about the pick me's and the other shit, but these bitches are strong as fuck, not because they have to be, because they have to be, because to be a pygmy you have to literally do this and to unlearn this and to go to the other side. The way y'all girlies be acting when the pygmies come over there, it's like these hoes don't know better, because I didn't know no better. To me, I thought I was supposed to be fighting the girlies and the bitches and the hoes and be mad at everybody. That's what caused for me, for when my partner cheated on me, to go back to him, because he said that these hoes ain't mean shit to him. And in my mind, I was living in delusion fucking world. Like a bitch couldn't tell me shit. Like my nigga didn't, like y'all hoes didn't mean shit to him, but clearly y'all meant enough for him to be in his phone and for him to be sitting there lying to me. And in my mind, back in the day, boy, y'all, a bitch could not have a sympathy story for my ass worth a goddamn. A bitch could be like, I was like, bitch, you know, whole entire time now. Now that I'm out of my pick me stage and my pick me era, it's like sometimes a nigga hides some shit, because a nigga hit a whole pregnancy and he had twins with this bitch and he was in a fucking hospital. And the only reason why we knew about it, or I knew about it, is because he was planning to come over and all of a sudden I see he got tagged in some shit really quick. And you know, I'm just scrolling through Instagram and I see, oh, shout out to my baby, my man, my lover, my supporter. This can't be the same man I was talking to on Instagram for months on end, and had his number in real life and FaceTimed every day. Can't be the same nigga that she talking about. And I realized that men will lie to you. I just seen this dude go on divorce court. He been married to this lady for 50 years. And he got mad because he felt like he chose the wrong woman. But my whole thing is he didn't choose the wrong woman. He chose the right woman. Because this right woman actually gave him kids, grandkids, and was supportive of everything else. And this man in divorce court at his big ass age of fucking 80 is saying that he really honestly does not know if this woman is alive or dead, but to hurt his wife constantly kept saying that he should have chose her. The judge was like, oh, for me, my 51, girl, fuck that shit. You're missing the important points. Like, I usually ride with that bitch, but today was not one of those days, because if a nigga told me that he felt like he married the wrong bitch, that would have been it. Like, the first time he said it, because at the end of the day, talking about something, oh, you've been putting up with for 50 years, and she's like, well, and she's like, well, I just want to get to 50 years, so I need you to work. Like, that's pick-me behavior. And I wish somebody would have told me what pick-me behavior was a long time ago, instead of allowing me to be a pick-me my whole entire life. So when I say like the girlies are fighting and I'm not here for it, if you see somebody's on the wrong path with you, just cut their ass off. And if they get their shit together and they come back around and they are really showing change, please be nice to the girlies. Like, teach the girlies some shit and be patient with their ass. Because I'm not gonna hold you. I had a pick me friend. I called her my best friend. And with me having like a pick me friend, I didn't realize that I was out of that phase until she started doing shit that was pissing me off. And still, even then, like, I was quiet. I spoke up when I needed to. Like, when it was going a little too far, I would like tell her like, hey, you getting dangerously close to that. And I give her examples. Once I realized that I was nothing I could do for her, I just cut shorty off. Why? Because my peace of mind is important to me equally, just as much as a whole bunch of other shit. And it's not my job to fight with a pick me about what they got going on in their life. It's not my business. I don't give a fuck enough anymore. Bitches have to want to save themselves, but when they get ready to save themselves, like if she ever was to come back around and spin a block and be like, hey, I apologize for X, Y, and Z, because the bitches will do owe me an apologies. If she was to come back and apologize and shit like that, cool, we could go and we can move forward from there. But I've been around enough pick me bitches to know that that's not what I'm into. And I've always been the bitch they try to set up. Because I'm not going to hold you. I had another bitch who was just like, oh, we was frenemies in middle school. She tried to get me to go on one of them little whole missions with her. Ma'am, I don't mind being a slut dragon, but you're not going to pimp me out and say that, oh, we just friends and I miss you, I haven't seen you in forever. And then once I said something out loud, she was like, shh. Like, bitch, you're not going to pimp me. You're not going to do that shit to me. And that's what a pick me will do to you. If they're not, what you call it. That's why I say, if it's dangerous to be around them hoes, boom, disappear. But if it's not dangerous to be around them hoes and they just on stupidity, like, let them live in their stupidity. Trust me, they get tired of it. They get tired. You will get tired of being a pick me. You will get tired of bashing other women. You will get tired of telling other women that they're not ladylike or feminine because they don't do a certain thing. You're gonna get tired. You will be exhausted. Exhaustion will come over you. There will be a period of, I don't feel like fighting anymore. I don't feel like fighting anymore. Why? Because at the end of the day, once you're done fighting, I should say 131. Like, once you're done, like, once you get done fighting and you realize that the girlies was right, you will be like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, there's no point in arguing. There's no point in beefing. There's no point in going back and forth with hoes. And you'll realize that everybody grows out of that shit one day or sooner rather than later. And if they never grow out of it, that's just something they gotta go deal with. Once we decide to let go of control and let women be women and stop trying to compete with bitches, whether they got a BBL or surgery or some shit like that, whether they'll pick me, whether they are what you call it, and we just honestly let these girlies girl. And then once they get out of that state that we personally don't like for ourselves to be around, and they come back around to us, like, welcome them back into the community. I'm not saying, like, don't just trust them outright, because it was some shiesty shit I would have done if the bitches would have just trusted me outright. But, like, work with them and be kind to them like y'all be kind to y'all niggas when y'all give them several and a million chances after they do the same fuck shit. Y'all like to make fun of the pick me bitches, but the strong bitches, we be up in here, be about ready to fucking break down too. And sometimes we need a good fucking friend. And sometimes your pick me friend might not be good for the party or the environment at the time, but she may be good for a turn up to a certain extent. I done damn near been almost drugged by pick me women, a whole bunch of other shit, and I get it. Forgiving these hoes is not nice. And as a pick me, I was a mean girl, okay? And I still have mean girl tendencies in me. Like, I will become the meanest bitch you ever seen in your whole entire... You bitches think that I'm nice. I'm not that nice, shorty. I'm not. I promise you I'm not that nice. And you could believe it in your heart of hearts if you want to. But, bitch, I'm not that nice, and I'm not finna pretend to be that nice with you hoes. I fuck with y'all. I really do. I love y'all. Y'all got... But nice, I'm not. I'm not even nice, period. Like, there's, like, a little mean streak up in me, okay? I'm bipolar. Something chemically imbalanced with me sometimes, from time to time. But, look, I'm telling y'all right now. Stop fighting the pick me bitches. Stop fighting the girls that y'all feel are masculine. Stop doing that shit. Niggas will know that niggas ain't shit out loud and in private. Niggas will know that niggas ain't shit in private. Tell them that they wrong. Because as a pick me, I used to practice the same shit. They don't call me Miss Nigga for nothing. I've seen my homeboy be dead ass wrong in public. And because I was so like into guy code, I wouldn't say the goddamn thing to that man in public. I seen this man embarrass his baby mama after she gave birth for hours and he wasn't there. And she had a very valid point. Didn't agree. In private, I told that nigga to fuck off. Stop arguing with the bitches in public. Stop arguing with the bitches in period. And I'm not saying let them hoes go wild. Like, you know, check them in private. Okay? Don't share their videos, and if they too ignorant for you to save them or have patience for them, block them. It's always gonna be another girly that's gonna fuck with them or that's gonna help them get to where they need to get to. But stop fighting with the girlies because it's embarrassing. It's sad. As a pick me who used to have a bunch of nigga friends who used to want to fuck on her and all that other shit, I learned a lot of game from them, and I can give y'all the tea, which is gonna be in my next video. How we as women could use some of the shit that guys use, cause it works. But that's all I wanted to say. Like, please stop fighting with the girlies. Stop. It's at this point, it's OD. It's too much. It hurts my feelings to see. I hate to see y'all bitches fight. Every time y'all get into it, it hurts me here. And just because you've healed or you've gotten to this place where you feel like it's what you call it, please stop bashing girlies online. Stop calling them less than real women. Like, just stop bullying each other. And I get it. Like, we as women are taught to be mean girls to other women because of whether we was raised right. Because I'm not going to hold you. It's some pick-me behavior that, like, I be catching in myself, like, sometimes. And I be like, ooh, I apologize for that right there. Because you have to constantly do it. And I haven't been a pick-me for years. But certain shit I haven't technically healed from. So, bitch, I'm for the violence. Like, I'm like, and it's not against women, it's against the men. That's a pick-me behavior. But, it is like, I be seeing that shit and I be like, I get her. But, like, my whole thing is, like, life is a journey. And when you arguing and fighting with the girlies, you're never going to grow because you're never going to have a community of girls. That's why you're going to feel alone. And that's why when men start meaning and acting like assholes and you need your girl group, they're not going to be there for you because you weren't there for them. So I'm going to ask y'all, pick me, heel, dark, feminine, whatever the fuck you want to classify yourself, slut, dragon, whore, hoochie mama. Please stop arguing with the girlies in public. Talk to them in private, and if it's too much for you to handle or you know that you can't do it, chop it up, but still show respect to the girlies whether you agree or not, because I'm telling you right now, these niggas that know they niggas be dead ass wrong and won't say a goddamn thing out loud or even expose them. And if a girl say something about a nigga, you bitches like, oh, maybe if you wasn't this. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. We don't need you to Like, if a bunch of men start agreeing with you and the women are saying this is offensive and it hurts my feelings, you might be doing pick-me behavior. I really don't know how else to say it except for stop fighting with the girlies. It is what it is. You will be okay. You do not have to argue with these hoes. You do not have to argue with these hoes. You do not have to argue with them. Correct them in private if you can or if they want that. If not, make your decision, but please respect that lady at all costs. Just be like, she's just a different type of woman than me, and let that be that. Don't go into bashing her. Don't go into none of that shit. And I get it, like, when we fall out with bitches, because pardon me, be wanting to bash the fuck out of hoes. I'm not gonna hold y'all, cause I know me, myself, and I know I don't be having like no what you call it, especially when I see some snake ass shit. I be like, you insecure, low self esteem having ass bitch. I wasn't even competing with you, hoe. Like, I be really want to drag hoes for real, because some of the shit y'all do is OD, and I'm not finna be like, ugh. But y'all really, like, we gotta get along. And getting along sometimes, bitch, I'm keep my comments to myself. But deep down in my heart of hearts, I really want y'all to understand, and I quote, and I say this, like, out of all respect and, like, all bullshit aside, I really honestly want y'all to get into your heart of hearts that whether or not you agree with a bitch lifestyle, whether you agree with what she doing, that you would respect her. Because I told some bitches I had an OnlyFans, some bitches was like, told some bitches I was bisexual, it was like, I told some bitches some other shit, it was like, and some of the shit y'all be doing make me want to cringe too. I say 39, 39. Some of the shit y'all be doing make me want to cringe, because I be like this. That was a choice. That was a choice. And I get it. But I'm not judging y'all, and I'm not looking at y'all like y'all less of a woman. Like, the Christian community fucking hates me. And I get why. I call myself a witch. I call myself a bruja. I call myself a spiritualist. I call myself one of the bitches who be talking to spirits. And I get it. It's not conventional, because it's not Jesus saves, and I dress how I want to dress, and I say what I want to say, and I curse like a sailor, and I do all these other things. But I'm not going out there bashing the women who do it. And I'm not bashing the pygmies either. I'm not bashing the women who have gotten it together, and I'm not bashing the women who are in between, because I get it. It's a journey. But please be patient with the other girlies and stop fighting with the hoes out loud. If you don't like them, you just don't like them. But do like the niggas do. And shh about it all out. And when the niggas start like, hey, calm that shit down. And you don't even gotta say shit else. But just let it be a unifying front, instead of a fucking, I hate you hoes for real, I hate you hoes for real. Because these niggas don't be fucking with each other in private for real, for real. But you'll never know that shit, because most niggas ain't finna say that shit out loud. Trust me, I used to be a part of a secret society, and literally the main leaders were men, and once they had a falling out, yeah, it was like some subtweets and shit like that, but that shit could have been taken anyway. And let's just say them niggas don't fuck with each other no more. They just stopped doing content with each other, and it's obvious. I know why they stopped fucking with each other. Y'all may not, but I do. And the reason is justified on both ends, because they both had. So when it comes down to it, and I put big emphasis on it, Ashe, let's be like dudes a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it behind our ears. Because I'm telling you, these men keeping their disdain behind their ears, and they not saying out a fuck thing. Shitty. My ex-best friend is a fucking menace to society, and most of his friends are niggas. Some niggas, most people who know him are niggas. The niggas who don't fuck with him, they don't fuck with him, but they let that nigga do what he don't do, and they don't let him hurt anybody. But for those who do fuck with him, they keep it behind their ears, and the niggas who they consider lame, they not speaking on it. So for peace sake, please stop fighting with the girlies. But if y'all want to follow me on OnlyFans, my podcast, and my YouTube is Shreya's Diaries. Literally. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's just Shreya96. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, it's JUSTDRIA__. My OnlyFans is not free, and this shit will be building. We're working on it. But there will be new content coming in, and y'all guys, I actually have Christmas shit, so yeah, girl, I've been trying to find some Halloween shit. It's hard, okay? It's hard. I really don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I am gonna give y'all my cosplay of Thanksgiving. And I'm finna have me some new hoes. My fans gonna be popping. Let the roster begin. No, if I don't reach out to you, you're not a candidate to be a hoe. So please don't go there. I will be taking females, because I do fuck with the hoes. Yeah. It's a process. But yeah, that's just it. There's war in the female community, and I wish we would stop it, because at this point it's getting very ghetto. And I mean everything I said in this video. So please don't take it with a grain of salt and just be like, stop fucking fighting hoes.